Oh, I didn't mean to invite her to watch. Hey, Camille. Hey, Monica. Okay, there you go, Sade. Let's try this again. Add. Adding.
We figured.
Ah!
I was like, what is going on? I had to reset my phone and switch some
Look,
things. I was like, we are doing this.
you know what, Sade? Thank you so much for being patient, guys. Hopefully, you've been patient
Thank
too.
you.
Look, I'm already glistening over here. I hate like live streams with other people because it never works out. I don't know what it is. So guys, look who
Technology.
I have here. The amazing Sade Y Adu, guys. I'm excited to have her in the building. Look, Sade, I cannot even do you any type of justice. So if you could just introduce yourself, we're sharing up the video and getting some people in here. Guys, once again, if you can share the video as well, because many of you don't know that your accountant should be holding your hand. And that's what we're going to be talking about today, guys. So, Sade, can you introduce yourself?
Hello, beautiful people. My name is Sade Y Adu, and I'm a digital brand strategist, an international speaker, and a best-selling author, and a client of the fabulous Folasade. And I don't want to talk about me. I want to talk about her, okay? Because I can be the brand strategist. I can be me. But what I understand is I cannot be her. And she is absolutely phenomenal. And I just want to brag on her because she knows the real deal and the nitty gritty behind a lot of our businesses. And she keeps it straight 100, no chaser, and she holds us accountable. And that's what I needed because last year around this time, so I already knew that eventually I would work with Folasade. I'm just going to go into it. I knew eventually that I would work with her. I was like, once I make X amount of money, I'm going to work with Folasade.
Yep.
That's what I thought in my head. And that was the wrong mindset. And last year I had another accountant that was, local in New Jersey. And I had my taxes and I said, I think I need a new accountant. And I said, I need another accountant. I was like, you know what? I think it's time to just up level because I was not where I needed to be. I never knew my numbers. I was like, something is not right. So I said, okay, let me call Folasade. Let's finally get this ball rolling because we can't continue this way. I need to know my numbers. I need to operate like a real business owner. I need to see what's going on. I need to know where money is going. I need to know more things about my business because the thing is, if you want to be, I told her I want $1 million business, right?
Yep.
And how do you want that $1 million business? Is that $1 million in sales? Is that $1 million in cash? Is that $1 million for you to take home? Like she knows numbers. She has an intimate. I was thinking about this morning when I was getting ready to slightly beautify for you guys today. I said she has an intimate relationship with numbers in your business that you might not have, and that's not my gifting. But I needed her to be like, this is what's happening. These are where the gaps are. This is the week you don't make money. You need to figure out what happens this week because you need to fill up that gap. This is the reason why this is happening. This is what your taxes are going to be. These are the things that happen, the growing pains that happen in businesses. Sometimes you'll feel like a failure. You'll feel horrible. You'll feel bad about yourself. Because I was down. I was like, oh, this is terrible. I'm the worst client you ever had, Folasade. Then sometimes you want to hide from her because you're like, I cannot talk to her. I feel horrible. And she just had to kind of snap me out of it. And I've invested in coaches and trainings, and there are great people out here across the internet streets that'll teach you how to make money. But there's not as many people that teach you how to keep it, how to invest it, how to save it, how to spend it, how to, leverage tax benefits. That's a different ball game because you need that person on your team. And I knew that was an investment that I had to make and that I will continue to make. And I said, we're going to make this and make it do what it needs to do because this needs to happen. And I mean, she kicks my butt. I'm not gonna sit here and
yeah, look, okay. Let me reel them back in. Let me reel them back right in. So, guys, basically, Sade said a mouthful. She basically said a mouthful. She basically said, just to sum things up, I'm amazing. But let's go a bit more deeper, because you guys see Sade online. You see her dominating the branding industry. You see what she's doing, right? But the issue is, who now can help her get to that next level? So we always had it in our mind, and that's what we're taught, that your coach is supposed to help you get to the next level. You are supposed to have this mentor help you get to the next level. No one ever thought that your accountant might be just that one to kick you in the butt to get you to the next level. Now, see, what I don't do is take away from the coaches. No, I recommend you to coaches. I recommend you to my clients and so forth. What I do is hold you accountable to what you learned from that coach. So Sade, I know she didn't train with Tiana. I know she didn't train with James Malinchak. I know she didn't train with some big top people. So when she signed on this year, I already knew her background. I was like, okay, all right. So now I need to now remember what these people offer and what they bring to the table, because I need to hold her accountable for what she's learning. So Sade doing a conference, y'all. Let me give y'all a good look. I said, Sade doing a conference, y'all. She pumping, she hustling. And I commend her on that. She a hustler. When you see her online, she's a hustler, y'all. Live, breathe, die by it. Hustler. So I was like, Sade, okay, slow down a little bit, Sade. So where's our money before the conference? Where's our money after the conference? Where's our money while we're building and selling to the conference? And I said that to her because many of us, we don't realize that the money that we make today should cover today's expenses. Boom! And the money you make tomorrow should cover tomorrow's expenses. So many entrepreneurs, so many people that's fast-paced like Sade, especially you guys, if you're watching, you're hustling, you're out there working, and you're trying to figure out what's going on. It's because you didn't have nobody like Sade had to slow her down, say, oh, ho. Where is the money from this pot, this pot, this pot, this pot? Because if we only focus on this pot, it's going to take away from everything else. So sometimes, guys, when we are thinking about our next level, it's not necessarily all about the strategy. It's not necessarily all about what you've learned in implementation. It's now kind of putting it all together to get to that next level. And I'm part of that puzzle for many of you that's trying to get to that next level. So look, Sade, she a tough cookie, y'all. She a real tough cookie, y'all. Like, to the point where I feel a bit uneasy sometimes saying things, but then I realized she was a human being last month when we did our strategy session, and it was amazing. I had my own breakthrough, Sade. I had my own breakthrough that day. I said, you know what I realized was, and that was when you sent me your referral. I didn't realize I hold you guys' hand until you sent me the referral. And she said in her session with me, Folasade, I've had the coaches. Sade is my coach. I know I'm going to do the work. I'm a hustler. She said, but I need somebody to hold my hand. And I'm like, hold your hand? Yeah. You know what? I've been doing this all of this time. I've been holding clients' hand from the moment that they start their business until the moment where they make too much money and I can't handle them. But you guys probably need somebody to hold your hand. So I guarantee you one thing. If I can slow Sade up a little bit, right? If I can slow her up a little bit and force her to take everything that she's learned from all these amazing coaches, from Amber Aziz, she didn't learn from her coach roster is like, yeah. So if we can now hone in on everything of all the value and and all the knowledge that she's acquired in the past year and a half, and I hold her accountable for it, guys, Sade is going to be a millionaire in about a year and a half, 2 years. The issue is you will, because your level of work, when we had our meeting last month, Sade, well, no, this month, July. Well, we're August now. When we had our meeting like 3 weeks ago, and when you hit that pavement running after I said what I said, you shut me down. I couldn't say nothing else. I said, okay, I just got to do my part. She going to do her part. So just to give
I
you
want to say
guys
about
some,
that because
yeah.
I was working with one of my coaches. It was about last year, February. And there was a problem. I said, there is money coming into my account, but I don't see it. I don't understand what is going on. And the person said, you need to cut back on expenses. And it wasn't just cutting back on expenses. And Folasade will tell you, it's not just cutting back on expenses, because you need certain expenses to run your business. Yep. So I'm like, okay, we got to cut back. And it still wasn't right. And I'm like, what is going on? Until she pinpointed how I understand and think. In one of these Strength Finders tests, one of my biggest skill sets is being futuristic vision. So I'm always in the future. So I'm like, okay, we got a bill today. Okay, I'll be able to pay it next month. I'm thinking in the future. And Folasade said, pump your brakes. You need to think for today. If you got a bill today, you got to pay it today. You got to have the money. I said, totally the opposite way that I think. And she was the only person out of all the coaches that I had identified this problem to other people. Nobody could tell me what the problem was. And then I said, ding, 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 that's why there's a problem. Because I'm so busy, like, okay, yeah, I know I'll be a millionaire. We'll figure it out by then. And then I'll have $1 million business and $0 in the bank, because there's a lot of people on the internet that have these businesses, and they'll tell you behind the scenes, and they are not seeing a fraction of that. So I said I had to be a better steward of my finances now and figure out what was not working at this level, so that wouldn't be a mistake at the next level. Because it's okay, it's painful, make $1,000, mistakes versus making six-figure and $1 million mistakes.
Yeah.
We're trying to avoid those things. So I'm just truly appreciative of her for saying that, because it took multiple, I just could not figure this thing out. And then also working with, I've tried to invest with, $1 million accountants in the past.
Wow.
Complicated. Like one of my accountants, he was the first one. Well, one of them I was trying to work with. He used to do taxes for Wendy Williams in the city that I lived in. So he knew taxes, but he just was not. He didn't hold my hand. He was neglectful. He actually forgot to do my taxes one year. So then I found somebody else. But when I realized that she understands this market, she understands what we do, she understands the coaching industry, she understands the write-offs that we're supposed to be thinking about, she understands all of that. This is the person that I needed, because that person that I had last year didn't understand what I do, and they tried to do my taxes like they do everybody else's taxes.
It don't work
that way.
It don't work. It don't work.
And I needed somebody literally month by month. She had to teach me this. This wasn't something that I knew. My family are not entrepreneurs. Folasade had to train me. This is why, she was creating the content, and I try to avoid, because it's a painful thing when we talk about loss and money. Those are very painful times, or even dating relationships. People,
I think you're breaking up, Sade.
I see myself. Are we good? I see that I'm breaking up on it.
Yeah, I think we're breaking up.
Okay. Are we good now? Back? Oh. What's going on?
I know.
We're good? No?
Hey guys, so we just had a brief interruption. Sade's internet connection was pretty weak. But just to give you guys a gist of what she's basically saying was that she's hired celebrity accountants and big time, coaches and stuff, but they couldn't give her the real deal about her numbers like I did. And many of you are wondering why your next level isn't happening. You're like, I'm implementing everything, but the problem may be that you don't have the data to know what's really going on with everything. So if you're sitting back and you're like, okay, Folasade, I've been trying to hire you, because a lot of you have been on my line for about the past 2 years, but I'm gonna let you know, this is it. August is my last official month. I cannot accept no more than 19 clients one-on-one. So anybody else that comes after those 19 clients, they will have to work with the team member and go through my processes. But they won't be able to work with me one-on-one like all of the clients that work with me right now. I don't know, why is it not letting you come back in, Sade? Yeah, I don't know why. And then I think it's Trinice, she said we're going to be interviewing her next week, I think. Okay, so Sade says she back, y'all. Okay, let me try it again. I don't know. See, y'all, when you're doing amazing things, right? They don't want y'all to see the work that I do. And y'all probably thought I ain't even had no clients. Which one of y'all thought I ain't have a lot of clients? Which one of y'all thought? No, let me stop being funny. Okay, hold on, y'all. Can I start another live video? I doubt it. Okay. Technology. Yeah, Sade, technology. Y'all probably thought I ain't even had no clients. Which one of y'all thought I ain't have a lot of clients? Which one of y'all thought? That's it. That's technology for you guys. Oh, okay. So I think we were kind of wrapping up, but we was kind of getting right into the juice. Let me see. All right. There we go. Allow your guest videos to join. Nope, it's not even giving me the option anymore to even pull anybody on. Nope, it's not even giving me that option. Okay, guys, so I'm going to drop this and I'm going to come right back. Give me 1 second.